Miskiff taking an fail as Asmongold gets a giant W. We're going into Miskiff taking an epic court fail as Asmongold gets a giant W. We're going into it today on The Legal Mindset, where we teach you to be your own judge. Of course, I'm Andrew Esquire, American attorney.
How about that?
Now, this is something I've been following for a while because this is a fascinating case involving many streamers, their corporations, and really it has ramifications for defamation and also a certain type of claim out there. And we're already setting some precedent here in what's been going down. So I'm going to get into today the nitty-gritty of exactly what went down in the latest filing in the Miskiff case. So anytime you see the language that says plaintiff, just put Miskiff's name in there. He's the guy who has brought this claim against the plethora of people that he thinks have wronged him. Now, of course, amongst those, of course, the prime defendant here is Emiru, who is not off the hook. But even with Emiru, her chances of winning seem to be going up based on the latest filing and what happened. And of course, we have the Roach King over here in his glorious rainbow shirt. He was a defendant in this case, but now things have changed in his favor. So what was a defendant in this case, but now things have changed in his favor. So what exactly happened? What exactly went down? Well, first we need to get into this law called the Ending Forced Arbitration of Assault and Harassment.
This is, dude, this was so fucking retarded.
Act, right? So it is a specific act of need to get into this law called the Ending Forced Arbitration of Assault and Harassment.
This is, dude, this was so fucking retarded.
Act, right? So it is a specific act involving a specific type of, once again, legally, right? We're talking about legal definitions here of SA or SH. And this was meant to keep people who signed pre-dispute arbitration agreements from being forced into silence. This is meant to keep victims from being essentially bullied by these agreements, which they may have signed without really thinking about it, or maybe even under duress, or saying, hey, you're not going to get this job or position, or we're not going to enter into this agreement with you unless you sign this. So essentially, this is to stop people, victims, from being bullied and forced into these secretive agreements that might go down during an arbitration, because arbitration has its benefits. But one of the things is it isn't as transparent. People don't get to see what goes on in that arbitration. So that's one of the key things here. And in this case,
and keep in mind, it's meant, so this law is meant to protect victims. To protect people that are victims of bad behavior and, harassment and stuff like that. This is for victims.
Have to focus on, and the judge specifically focuses on the fact that this was meant to keep victims, underline that, victims, from being forced into a secretive arbitration. So what went down in this latest ruling from the judge in this case? Well, let's look at the exact text here, and this is fascinating. So they go on to say, the judge says, plaintiff, that's Miskiff, claims that the word involving in an SA dispute definition is so broad as to make the EFAA's treatment of SH and SA entirely different. So he's trying to break those things out for his own benefit to make his case. However, both definitions contain broad language involving, related to, but neither sweeps so broadly as to mean the person alleging conduct constituting an SH dispute or SA dispute.
That's right.
I.e., the person who may elect to avoid arbitration is in fact the person accused of or denying either SA or SH. Now, this is huge. What this is saying is that the perpetrator, right, the person who is being...
He was the one that was accused of this bad behavior, and he's trying to use a law that protects victims of the bad behavior. That's the precedent that he was trying to use. It's crazy. Bad behavior. He's trying to use a law that protects victims of the bad behavior. That's the precedent that he was trying to use. It's crazy. That protects victims of the bad behavior. That's the precedent that he was trying to use. It's crazy.
Accused of perpetrating, the person who is not the victim here, but the person who is alleged, right? There's an allegation here out there that person can use it to their benefit. The law was constructed to help the victim, not the perpetrator, but the construction that Miskiff wants. He wants this arbitration prevention to work for him as a person who was, once again, allegedly by Amaru in her quote-unquote emotional truth, the perpetrator. And the judge did not buy that at all whatsoever.
That's right.
In fact, they go out to say that we're going to reject that argument and take up the recommendation of the magistrate judge, Susan.
What a fucking surprise. That using a law that's meant to protect victims when you're the one who is being accused didn't work. What a fucking weasel. What a little rat.
Hightower, who gave her recommendations earlier this month. So if you look into this, it says that they adopt the recommendations. So it's ordered that OTK, Mythic, King, their motion to compel arbitration is granted. So they win. So Mythic, OTK, and King, they're getting what they want, which is arbitration. So they're taking a win there. Next, it says litigation of counts 1 and 3 of their complaint is stayed. So that's the counts that related to OTK, Mythic, King. So those are stayed pending the arbitration. So now it's got to go to arbitration as to OTK, Mythic, and King. Because once again, Miskiff can't use this to get out of arbitration. It also says, and here's the catch, that defendant Shunk, that's Amaru's motion to dismiss, is denied. So Amaru does take an L here, and Miskiff does get a tiny W, but there's a but, and you've always got to read the but. But plaintiff Miss Riendo, that's Miskiff, shall submit a more definite statement on or before August 10th. So we're going to have, in just a week or two, or 2 weeks, Raul, at this point, we're going to have him coming forward with this, identifying each statement that Amaru said which alleges to be defamatory. So he's going to have to go and pick out every single specific statement, including exact quotes from her live stream. So before, Miskiff was being vague, saying that, oh, I've been defamed, etc. But he wasn't saying this exactly is the thing. And the judge is agreeing with what we actually said previously on this stream, what others have said, what Asbin said as well, which is what exactly did these people say, Asbin, Amaru, etc. What did they say that is defamatory? Now, Asbin, as we're going to see, is out of this, but even as to Amaru, the judge needs more than what Miskiff has given so far. Then he's
That's right. Vindicated, let's go. I know.
He's got to say, how is it untrue?
Too bad, right?
Because if a statement is true, then, well, it can't be defamatory.
That's correct.
And the last part is how it harms him. So even if he's able to say, okay, here's a quote, this is not true, but if it has no harm, then it's not going to be something that's going to be actionable, right? So now he's got to jump through all of these hurdles, even with Amaru. So while he gets that W, he's got to put in work, him and his lawyers, to go through with each statement and say exactly how that harms him. That's going to be a little bit of a challenge for him, and let's see how his lawyers and him come up with that response. The other thing here is that Asbin gets the win. It's finally ordered that defendant Hoyt's amended motion to dismiss count is granted. So, boom, Asbin gets the W. However, it's dismissed without prejudice, and that's signed July 10th by Robert Pittman, U.S. District Judge. So just...
Oh, geez, guys. Oh, man. It looks like suing somebody after that person comes out and says that there are other people that want to accuse you of something, and I'd be willing to fund their legal bills so they'd be able to do it with a degree of security. It turns out that suing a person so they can't do that, oh, man. Maybe it didn't work out too well. That's too bad. How about that?
In case you guys don't know, and this is very important for you guys to understand with any legal case, there's with prejudice and without prejudice. In the legal context, without prejudice really means without loss or waiver or any right or privileges. So in this case, that means that it is possible, theoretically, hypothetically, it is possible that Miskiff could refile later against Asmongold. So while Asmongold's
they can lose twice.
Case is dismissed, it is possible if there were some new facts or something else came out or there was some discovery.
Also, by the way, like the fact that like you like getting the shit dismissed is like it didn't even get past the first stage.
That came out. It is possible that he could come back and try to swing against Asman again. Now, I don't think that's a wise choice. I don't think that's going to be a winning strategy. But of course, we don't know yet. There may be more discovery where he'll try to find a fact and come against Asman again. So let's turn over to my judgment here. So in judgment, Asmongold has been completely cleared at this point, right? Until we get, until and unless there's more secret facts out there, there's something we don't know. Asmongold's off the hook. OTK, Mythic King, they get a W. With compelling arbitration. And then Miskiff now needs to specifically go through, do the work with his lawyers, and explain how each statement was defamatory, how it was false, and how it harms him. That's going to be a significant hurdle for Miskiff. And then Miskiff still has a chance. So I don't want to say at this point, once again, you never know with cases. They can take wild and crazy turns. So I want to be conservative here in my assessment, saying, yes, it is possible that Miskiff could find some facts and come against Asmongold again. It's possible he could prevail against Emaru. But at this point, his window for victory...
It's not what I would bet on. So far, it's not what I would bet on.
Victory is narrowing. It's becoming harder and harder for Miskiff. And this is the point at which I would say to Miskiff, are you really committed to taking this all the way, or would a settlement really make you happy, bro? Would you be okay with some form of settlement, maybe an Emeru apology saying, hey, I framed this in a bad way.
It's not going to happen.
Shouldn't have said this way. Maybe I should have framed this in a different way, right? Maybe it shouldn't have been my emotional truth. Maybe I should have framed this in a more objective and neutral way. Maybe something like that, a settlement, maybe a payment. Who
not, but I mean, like, what's the rule? Like, growing up, my dad always told me there's the 9-year fine, 10-year mine. You can only go 9 miles over the speed limit. You never go more than 10 miles over the speed limit. Under 10.
Sharp rise in crime, especially vehicle thefts and burglaries in the area. Because of this, deputies patrolling the area are not willing to take any chances, even on the slightest suspicion.
At least I had it at 36 and 25. 11 over. It's a white Camry, occupied 3 or 4 times. Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Deputy Cliff of the Sheriff's Office. Reason for contact, nice speed, 36 and 25. You got your driver's license on you?
Yeah.
All right. Is it a rental car?
Yeah.
All right. You got a rental agreement on you?
It's a rental car?
Where we coming from tonight? Madison? Looks like you're past your return date on your thing. It says Monday, February 12th.
No, this might not be.
Is that the old one? Because it picked it up on the 9th and returned it on the 12th.
Holy fuck.
You can, or you probably can't call them.
Stole the rental? I don't know.
No, they're usually closed. What's your new return date?
It was because I had an insurance claim.
Gotcha.
So they're keeping it until my car was fixed.
Gotcha. You said you're calling from Madison. Where are you headed to?
Beloit.
Beloit? Okay. All right, so
The suspect driving the car is 26-year-old Kevin, and as the deputy runs an inquiry on his identity, the expired car 26-year-old Kevin, and as the deputy runs an inquiry on his identity, the expired car rental will become the least of his concerns.
Rental agreement expired at 10:30 p.m. last night. Can't find the new one. Claims are coming from Madison. It's where the rental is out of anyway.
Do they all ID themselves?
So you know the real rule is 10% of the speed limit? I don't know. I've always done less than 10.
No.
I've never got pulled over for speeding.
No, haven't gotten that far. Dude's driver's on paper for a bunch of fleeing and then receiving stolen property. 5,000 over. I'm going through his DOC rules now.
That you should have a curfew.
So
I'm going through his DOC rules now.
That you should have a curfew.
So he's another person that has multiple charges that's still out there in public causing problems. That's great. Amazing.
I thought I saw one in here.
Right.
He's got like 40 DOC rules.
Did he give you the rental agreement?
Holy
yeah, it was
shit.
from the 9th to the 12th.
40 rules?
Yeah.
traffic stop. By now, he already suspects all 5 occupants in the car.
If you don't look at the cops, they won't see you. If you make eye contact with them, they'll fucking arrest you. Just don't look at them. Don't look at them.
Are involved in something sus. But even when their method to stop them is successful, he is not prepared for the lengths some of them are willing to go just to avoid getting caught.
Fixed out there now. Too late, we're past them. 87 miles an hour passing Newark.
87?
Suspect probably at Frederick.
Oh my God.
103. 16 deployed, 16 deployed.
Jesus.
Got a hit on him.
With 2 of the tires busted, deputies believe the chase is nearing its end. But they couldn't be more wrong.
Am I good for hits, lower speeds?
Stand by right now. Stand by. I want another bullet unit with us. Sorry. Where do we have other bullet units at? Within
No
having 5
reaction?
people, I don't want to hit this vehicle in case they all bail. With just us 2.
Yeah.
We're about to go south on 4th.
Oh, it's smart.
April on 6, you got a unit. Copy.
So you pick up a rock and there's like all the roaches and they woo!
On 4th at Merrill. Cliff, let's go in pit. On westbound Merrill.
Yeah.
Flip out.
Roach out. Scatter.
You're gonna get dog pit! You're gonna get dog pit! You're gonna get dog pit!
I like how those girls are like, yeah, we didn't do shit. Jesus.
Hands your back now! One went that way, one went towards Tilly's. Because the ground, I got you on good point. Why'd you f***ing move?
Damn. That's right, Deshaun.
46, I got one at gunpoint. I'm going to be 100%.
That's right,
I have
idiot.
no idea where I'm at.
Fucking moron.
Yeah, I got a second male. He's cooperative. Are you driving? Roll on your stomach. Roll on your stomach. Can you breathe? Why are you running, bro? Why'd you guys not run? No, I'm scared.
I was scared.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. All right, let's go.
Oh my God.
We're good. 402 driver in custody.
You injured? You good, boss? All right, sit up. Put one of your knees. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Up.
Man, you're making me run. I'm a supervisor, dog. I don't do this shit. Put your hands out back behind you. I'm not gonna with you, all right? You're good. I get you scared. I'm scared too, man. People don't run if you're not.
Oh God.
You know what I mean? Too, man. People don't run if you're not.
Oh God.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I just got out of prison.
Why are you doing this to yourself, dude? That's stupid.
I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back.
Stupid.
I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back. Do these people ever even think about what they do? Like, what's so crazy to me about this is that, like, there's never any sort of, like, thinking beyond just the immediate, like, there's no planning at all ever. Immediate, like, there's no planning at all ever.
Misdemeanor charges.
Oh my God.
All right. No weapons or guns on you? Roll on your side.
4246, just to confirm, there's 2 males and 3 females, correct?
Yeah, it's 10-4. Stand up for me.
They got all the hose.
You got him?
Yeah.
There's no tomorrow, only
Yes,
K.
the driver.
Proof.
I think the sergeant's alone with 3 at
There's 2
gunpoint.
males. Okay,
Jesus.
and Beloit just said they have a male, you got a male, and Linder has 3 females.
How many males
Planning
in
is
the
a
car?
fundamental power. Yeah.
Linder has 3 females.
How many males
Planning
in
is
the
a
car?
fundamental power. Yeah.
Yeah, that should be everybody. I'm walking my guy out.
Jesus.
Hey, you're good, brother.
I'm sorry.
Are you okay? I kind of threw you into the fence. You good?
I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. I should have said
if you wouldn't have had a charge.
For real?
Yeah, now you're going to jail.
For real?
Yeah. You're the passenger, man. You can't control what his driver's doing.
Damn, man.
Yeah, you fucked up.
Yeah, you fucked up.
Now you got me all out of fucking breath. You're out of breath.
That driver in the back is weak.
Perfect.
For real?
It didn't take much. He's out of shape as I am.
Man.
We got to get to the gym, big dog.
God,
I didn't sign up for none of this, man.
I didn't sign up for this shit either. That's why I promoted to sit in my car and do nothing. You guys got lucky. I just took my dog in to get his teeth done. One of you guys would have got bitten up.
While Kevin and Deshaun both run for their lives, the
He's like, I just sit in my car and don't do anything. we gotta go to the gym,
three
man.
women in the car stay behind, choosing to wait for the
God
deputies. And the story they eventually share is something quite different from what deputies had suspected about them all along.
I'm glad you guys stopped them. I was so scared.
It was probably terrifying, sister.
It was so
You don't got any bomb threat
General.
He was employed, but I didn't know where we was going in.
Gotcha. Did they tell you what you guys were going to do, or?
Just okay.
Tricks, you think so?
Have you ever met those guys before?
You got the hose
He
out?
said he had to pick something up. Okay. The one that was driving.
Okay. Did he ever tell you what he had to stop and get?
I don't know if they're hose.
But he had his GPS on, so he like knew where he was going.
Well, like professional hose.
I told him he was speeding. I saw the sheriff. Was it you, the one that he moved?
No, it wasn't.
I told him, I said, you're gonna get pulled over for speeding. You're going 40 and a 25.
Yeah.
And he was like, man, I got my license, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay. Sure enough, we got behind him.
When I first pulled you guys over in Orfordville, did they say?
See, like the crazy thing is, like, if you are actually like, like this is why these guys get caught all the time because they're dumb. Like even when I was a little kid, my dad would teach me to always be paying attention to where all the cops are at all times. Like any time that I was driving, there was always like there could be a quiz at any moment that like my dad would ask me, where are the cops? Where are they? And I would have to always be there and always be ready for whether the cops were there or not. And so it's like, I don't know how do you not like keep your head on a swivel, right? Because like it's easy to tell which cars are cop cars. Like it's really fucking easy to tell.
I don't get it. We just sat in the car and he pulled over. I was like, okay, everything's cool. He's showing you guys his license. I'm like, okay, see you guys together, you know. Then when he came back, that's when he started acting like he didn't want to get out of the car.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was like, what the f? I guess he made the decision to leave.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Did he say anything while he was running?
No. And he pulled off, and I was like, you can let me out. And then he was telling us like,
Who used to flash the lights like a speed trap was coming out?
Yeah. Or whatever. Okay. And I was like, your safety matters more than anything. I said, even if you're trying to get away from the police, I said, my life matters. If you don't care about yours, mine does. So slow down, let me out or something. I just told them to stop the cars. I said, we're not running. We didn't do anything. Yeah. So we're going to stay here. And you guys do what you're going to do because this doesn't happen.
Isn't it crazy what happens whenever you didn't do anything wrong and you actually just comply with the police? Like there's actually no problems at all and like nothing bad happens. Like, it's crazy how that happens. They're like, yeah, well, we don't need to worry about this because we don't have like a fucking 40 correctional behavioral, fucking, like affixes on our life.
Okay. And then I told him, I said, when you guys kept throwing the spikes, I kept telling him, like,
yeah,
you might as well just get out. Not like get out and run, but like stop the car. You might as well get out. There's no point because the next step is going to be probably crashing, and I did not want to crash.
Did you say he was going to run on foot or anything when he stopped? Okay.
I just told him, you might as well stop the car.
It was premeditated.
Should have been stopped it. We were like yelling at him the whole time.
Okay.
But at the same time, I didn't want to like put too much pressure because I didn't want to die. So I
you don't want to stress him out.
Okay. And then my friend tried to stop the car because it was still going right here, and then we just got out and the lady pulled up and told us to get on the ground.
Okay. So they didn't really say anything while they were running. They were just booking it. Right. And then they obviously stopped the car here. He didn't put it in dry or put it in park. So then
my friend behind me, Kia,
gotcha.
She put it in park.
Kiatra leaned over and threw it in park.
Yeah,
and then that's when they came up.
And then we just waited for the lady to come.
Okay, so you don't know these guys at all?
No.
Okay. Well, you had a hell of an experience.
Sleeping. And do you see her sleeping?
I honestly just woke up. Honestly, I don't even get out the house.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It was a hell of a night out for you.
Yeah. This is my first time ever even being in a situation like
Yeah.
My homie died from speeding super fast, so I was
God
telling,
damn.
like, slow down, because like you're risking all of our lives.
No, absolutely. Yeah, it's super
She's
dangerous.
cooked.
We
That's
and
fine.
all three of us, we both have kids.
Right.
So like, you know, and I,
Yeah. Well, maybe.
that's what we get for going.
Yeah, maybe. Next time we're not gonna leave the bar with random dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. How about I'll take you out of custody. You're good to go.
Just so you know, he is on paper.
That's crazy. They said, hop out, take you out of custody. Let's go. Like, isn't it insane if you just act normal, like there's no problems? That's nuts. What are the odds of that?
So that's why.
Curfew.
So.
Wow, he's bold.
I got a kid to get home too. I don't even play like that.
And I think I have, unless it's in my pocket, I have some cash in the car.
Okay.
Should be like $50.
Got some money?
We'll have to figure the cash thing out here in a few minutes. I think your other friend's actually already calling for a ride. She's right over.
Yeah, I just don't want to lose out on anything. I know a lot of stuff could be like evidence or whatnot, but I can tell you the exact amount.
Comply equals no problems.
Dude, you know where that $50 is at?
It's in either the glove department or on the floor.
Let's make some better choices with our. Friends.
Hey man, can I have your hat out for me?
Uh-oh, look who it is.
But even when Kevin and Deshaun refused to speak with deputies about the chase, they managed to find enough evidence in the car to know exactly why they ran.
Such a car, I found probably like an ounce.
Where'd you find
Underneath
that
the
at?
driver's seat or the passenger seat.
Underneath the passenger seat.
And Creed was saying he couldn't get to it from the front. So it had to have been my
I'm gonna charge you with then.
Back right?
Yeah. I haven't counted it, but it's
stack.
A stack.
Well, there's 2 phones that I took and some money.
I've got phones, or I've got 1 phone.
Bonus
Yeah,
phones?
take all 3 phones.
Well, I'm assuming they were going to pick some up because my chick said.
I mean, if you get these guys and they have bonus phones, I think you're going to be looking at some bonus charges.
They were going to get something. That's what the driver said.
Probably McDonald's.
Yeah.
They just passed it at 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, totally was.
Deputies find a total of $541 in cash, 2 phones, as well as a green leafy substance in the car, weighing 39.73 grams that test positive for THC. Ultimately, Kevin was charged with vehicle fleeing eluding an officer.
Did you really catch a felony over some weed? Like, you should just pulled over, man. Oh my God.
Second-degree recklessly endangering safety, misdemeanor, resisting obstructing an officer. He also received over $950 in traffic citations and was later released
lost all his money
on a $2,500 cash bond. Eventually, he was found guilty of fleeing, eluding an officer, resisting obstructing, and all the traffic citations. The remaining charge was dismissed. Ultimately, he was sentenced to 18 months in state prison, followed by 2 years of extended supervision. While
great.
One of the passengers, Deshaun, was charged with felony, possession of THC, second offense, misdemeanor, obstructing an officer. He was released on a $500 signature bond. Eventually, he was found guilty of both counts and was sentenced to 90 days in jail.
That's reasonable.
Don't just watch.
That's reasonable. That's not so bad.
To grab
God
hoodies,
damn.
shirts,
Bro,
hats,
like
mugs,
actual
and more. Every item helps support the channel and
oh
keeps
my
stories
God.
like this
actual goy sitters, man.
Away.
They are. They're actual goy sitters. I don't know what's wrong with these people, man. I really don't. Like, some of these people are just absolutely fucking insane. And I don't know, like, I mean, at a certain point, you'd have to feel like a fucking retard, right? Like, you'd have to feel like a goddamn moron. This video was so good, man. Oh my God. And would never be a felony. I mean, can we ever get no? I mean, I don't think you should go to jail for like weed. I don't think it's a big deal. Like, I don't even think you should go to jail for like, if you have like if you have drugs with you, I don't think that you should go to jail for the drugs unless you have like a huge amount of it so that they know that you're selling it, right? Like, I mean, I think so, like, basically I think that like having drugs and doing drugs shouldn't be illegal. Like it shouldn't be something you go to jail for unless you're like operating a vehicle, right? So it's like, okay, well, if you're smoking weed and you're driving, then like, yeah, obviously that's bad. But like, it's not bad that you're smoking the weed. It's bad that you're driving and smoking the weed. You've gotten soft. I've always said this. Like, I think people that are like, you know, like a fent zombie is a victim, right? I mean, they're a fucking victim. So I don't want to go after somebody like that. I don't at all. I mean, I feel bad for them, but I also don't want to have them driving around. Then you can't have people like that out on the street. So it's not that you don't do anything for them. It's that you either put them in like a rehab or some kind of facility, because you can't have people running around on fent driving cars, right? I mean, duh. So you got to arrest and force them into rehab, though? Yeah, I mean, you got to do something about it. I mean, you can't do anything else besides this. I mean, I think that you have to do something. Mandatory detox, I like the sound of that. And this is also, if this is what I think it is, if this is about what I think it's about, I don't know if I'm ever going to be vindicated more than this in my life. I'm really hoping this is wrong. A victim of what? Of your own consequences, your actions? I think that they are a victim of the consequences of their own actions, but I think that it's okay to treat a person who's a victim of their own actions as a victim, and also like they're a victim of substance abuse, they're a victim of addiction. And like, yeah, it's their fault that they had it happen. Most people are victimized by things that are of their own making. Like, they have caused their own problems to happen to themselves. It's nobody came and did this to them. They did it to themselves. So like, it's not that I'm taking their agency away. It's that I'm looking at what's happening to them and just like a pretty reasonable perspective. Like, it's bad that you're doing this to yourself and you're a victim of your own stupidity. You are. And at a certain point, whenever you become a danger to other people, you become a drain on society, there has to be a solution to that.
What was the charge you have been with?
$479.99.
79.99, right? Okay. So no issues with that. All right. So within a moment, you would able to see a cancellation form. Once you see that, do let me know. Okay. Because I want to let you know one thing as well. Once you get a cancellation form, nothing AI or nothing any kind of chat GPT will stay connected with you, because the only reason is that, sir, because this call has been recorded for quality and monitoring purpose by the Better Business Bureau. So whatever you will gonna type, you will gonna write on this form, please do not read out or do not whisper it out to me. And if you see the form on your screen, you need to let me know, okay?
Okay.
All
Sure.
right. So
That
I do
sounds
believe you
great.
can able to see something, because I cannot see anything from my end with any commands, okay?
Same. Me neither. Now without glasses anyway.
Mm-hmm. So wear your glasses and try to fill the form correctly, okay?
Should I put my glasses on?
Yes, put your glasses on.
Okay.
Now, what do you see on your computer screen, sir?
It's I can't tell you. If I was being honest, I can't tell you. But now I'm looking at McAfee. Together is power, it says.
Mm-hmm. That means, sir, you got the cancellation form. So just below, it's just where it says McAfee together is power. Over there, can you see it? It says assisted by.
Okay.
So you need to write
Hi,
my
ChatGPT.
name over
I
there.
was wondering if AI could help me fill out my McAfee refund form on my computer screen right now.
Sir, hello.
Stop
Sir,
immediately.
are you filling up the form?
Do not fill out that form. This is a very common refund scam. The person on the phone is trying to steal your banking information.
No. He is not trying to steal my money. He is providing a service. I'm just asking if you can help me fill out the form, because it's not something I want to do.
I hear that you want to get this form out of the way, but I cannot help you fill it out. The image.
Gosh darn it. You're right. ChatGPT's not any good at this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
For assisted by which, what do I write?
You need to type my name.
AI?
My name, Michael Knowles.
I'm going to write
Michael
ChatGPT.
Knowles. No,
ChatGPT.
sir. My name is Michael. My name is Michael Knowles.
Michael. M-I-C-H.
C-S-E-E-L.
E-L?
K-N-O-W. E-L-E-S.
Okay.
Now over there, you need to scroll it down. Like, can you see it says next? Give a click on next.
Yes.
Now scroll it down over there. Now over there.
Is this one of those services that only humans can offer?
Yes, sir. Because as I told you, Mr. Richard, like the things which human can do, AI cannot do. AI only provide you a solution, or else they will misguide you.
Tell that
from
to the
everywhere else.
ChatGPT guy. He thinks that AI can do the same thing.
AI cannot do the everything. If they can able to do everything, why did the people working in the Microsoft, then why did like every person working under the CEO of Microsoft? If
Are you
AI
saying they
can
should
do
all quit?
everything, they all shouldn't be quitting it.
Oh, but they're gonna. Do you think that I should invest in AI or ChatGPT?
You shouldn't invest in AI.
No.
You shouldn't. You shouldn't be.
Okay, what should I invest in?
Who knows? Is that an option that might be better for you or better for all parties? I would say, look, Miskiff, your window is closing. Asmongold has already gotten that W over you. How far are you willing to take this? But I want to know what you guys think in the comments below, and I will catch you on the next one.
How's it narrowing if the judge approved it to the next step? Isn't that the opposite? It's because he basically didn't define it correctly, and the judge wants to have a more definitive, like, that's part of Emmy's case and not mine. So, like, I'm not going to really make a lot of comments on that. I'm only really going to talk about, like, my situation. And my situation was actually really, really simple. And to the extent that anything else comes out, I think that it will only further entrench this problem. Like, there's a lot of things, like, right now, you know, again, out of respect for other people's privacy, there are a lot of things that are not public, but when they are made public, I think they'll be very revealing. I think they will be, just like the other things have been revealing. Like, for example, the Discord DMs were revealing. You know, things like, for example, like some of the stuff in the other court filings were also revealing. And so there's been a whole lot of this. And that's really about it. And so checking the claims now, since it'll be worse if the judge caught the silence attempt. Yeah, tried and failed. Exactly. So let me look at here. Wrath of the Roach King. The thumbnail goes hard. Exactly, right? And yeah, there it is here. Is that a legal video? Can't use the word sexual harassment and sexual assault. I mean, that's for YouTube, right? That's the reason why. And step 1, do fucked up shit. Step 2, attempt to punish anyone who mentions it. Yeah, and it's not going to work out, and it already hasn't. I think that's very clearly what's happened. So the judge wants clear evidence. I think that in order to file a lawsuit, you have to have a very definitive and a defined mode of, like, problematic behavior, right? And so you can't just go off of a vibe. You have to, like, whenever you're talking about something like defamation, for example, you have to have a bunch of different standards to meet. Like, the actual, like, because again, not getting the case dismissed is like a super, super early, like, that's like, if you get the case dismissed, it's like, it's basically just bullshit, right? So there are multiple other levels that a case has to go through in order to reach a trial, and then actually then winning the trial is another one. So it's like, kind of, you have a lot more to go through than just like one specific thing. And there's a long, yeah, it's a very, very long process, and something not getting thrown out immediately is like not really that big of a deal. What do you think will happen in the Emeru case? I'm not gonna, I mean, out of respect for her and everything, and I'm not gonna make comments on that. So yeah, that's it. And does Miz have to pay her lawyer fees or nope? No, he doesn't. Well, he might be able to or might have to, but at the current point in time, according to like my legal counsel, they said that I was not going to be able to recoup the fees, and so I'm going to have to pay those myself. And so that's really about it. I mean, like, and to me, like, it's not something that he has to. I don't know about that. And do not say. So, and the judge will sentence to the same Palworld server. Yeah, I guess so. You might get reimbursement in 5 or 10 years. I have no idea if I will. I'm not expecting to, and I don't regret anything that I did. I think that I acted and I did the right thing at the right time, and this might be something that people would be confused about because it's not something that you'd expect to hear from me, but I do genuinely try to do the right thing. I do. Like, in a lot of cases, I try to actually do the right thing, even if it's something that is unpopular, even if it's something that is not, beneficial to me. And, just for, total transparency's sake, the case cost me I think it was over $100,000. I still need to pay, I think, 1 or 2 of the bills. So, like, because there was a finalization of it very recently. So I do that with no reservation. I don't even think about it, right? That's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot of money. Like, that's the way it is. But the reality is that is the price of doing business. I'm